just to give you maybe a little bit of background on the company, we are very much think of it as a Silicon Valley high-tech company. We were founded about 15 years ago, backed by some of the leading venture capital companies in Silicon Valley. We went public on the New York Stock Exchange about 4 years ago. And think of us as really a company that is in the middle of, in many ways, driving what I believe is one of the biggest, most important trends of our time, right? It's a trend away from thinking of business as selling a product. And for hundreds of years, the purpose of business has been to make and ship a product. It could be a car, it could be a laptop, it could be a widget, it could be a tool. But businesses were made to invent and sell products. And what we're really seeing is that trend switching over to companies saying, you know what, I need to think about the customer first. And all companies really exist for their customers. And what I can do today is offer them a service. Instead of having them buy a product and figure out how to meet their needs, they don't have to buy DVDs or CDs anymore. They can simply subscribe to video streaming services. They can subscribe to music services. They can subscribe to news services. They don't have to buy software applications from an Oracle or an SAP, or hardware even from an IBM or a Hewlett Packard. They can simply point their laptops, their browsers, their phones to a cloud-based service, right? A service, software as a service, if you will, and get what they need. And so we think the trend is called the subscription economy. We even wrote a book to talk about it. And we think this is a long-term trend. And we're always looking to say, what is the best way for us to invest and build in the future? And so about a few years ago, we said, you know, India, and specifically Chennai, is going to be a big, big part of our strategy of building our company and really driving towards the future. And you've seen us really invest in this local market over the years, and we now have probably about close to 400 people across India, with Chennai being the biggest center with over 200 people. And so that investment has led to us saying, even in this post-pandemic era, we believe office spaces are important. We believe bringing people together are important. Certainly we have the freedom now to work wherever we are, but many of us are choosing to work together in a physical location because that's where we do our best work. And so we invested quite a bit in the office over here to say this is going to be one of our biggest centers. This is the largest office outside of our headquarters in California. And this is going to be a place where our people are going to come together to innovate, to do work on the behalf of our customers, right, and really do our part to try to change the world and make the world a better place. And so we're really, really excited to be here and make this part of our company strategy. And so thank you for joining us on this special day for us. And I'm here to answer any questions that you
Except
We have people across India, probably 3 cities that have more than 50 people, but Chennai is the only place that we have decided so far to invest in a physical office.
are you going to?
So our focus is on the biggest and best companies across the world. So our customer base are going to include companies like a Caterpillar, that's actually right next door, to a Salesforce, a Zoom, a Barclays, SNCF, which is the train company in France, and so Siemens in Germany. So we will have Toshiba in Japan, Sony in Japan. So we will have companies really across the world. And so we see of our customer base as a global customer base. Now, you know, obviously India has companies too, and it's something we'd be interested in. But today, you know, we are thinking of the local talents as really servicing the global customer base across the world.
So this is back-end office.
No, not just the back-end office, but they're developing core innovations and core code. You know, we don't want to sort of see front-end, back-end offices, right? This is just an important hub for us to have talent doing some of the best work that we can do.
So what's your business model? Subscription-based means about, just explain what.
We're based on subscription businesses, and of course we are a subscription business too. So we are a software as a service company. What we do, we offer as a subscription. We are a software company as a subscription model. Our specific solutions are around billing, finance, collections, revenue recognition, subscriber experience. So our software products are not just a back end for companies, but we also handle both the back end and the front end. Focus primarily on three core verticals, which is technology, it's media, so media and entertainment, so news, movies, publishing, and manufacturing. So manufacturing is probably our fastest growing verticals. Now we also have emerging verticals in healthcare, financial services, retailing. You know, our belief is that any company in any industry really should be a subscription business today, and that's what we help them do.
Will you service MSMEs because there are MSMEs, medium and large, small industries.
We service, you know, we can service medium, large businesses, but our focus is primarily on companies that are either fast-growing startups that have an ambition to be, you know, a multi-billion-dollar company, or existing incumbent companies that are some of the biggest companies in the world.
Are you talking?
Startups too, but we are probably going to skew towards startups that are, you know, well-backed and on a growth trajectory. The next Zoom, the next Zendesk, the next DocuSign.
So what would be your?
We don't really focus on any specific country, but we will go to companies that have needs for subscription software. The primary reason has been talent. You know, India is a huge source of talent.
So would you be catering, exclusively for the Indian market, or?
We don't build a product exclusively for one market. We really build our products for a global market.
So will there be any customized if the customer is asking?
We are talking to companies in India for potential customers, but I'd say the priority number one for the Chennai office is as a talent hub.
So what is your, percentage of Indian companies?
We don't really break that out today.
Okay.
So there were many layoffs in developed countries, and now you are starting your venture here. So many software companies here, they are going with layoff.
Yeah, so we believe that we're in a growth market. We are continuing to grow. We grew last year, we expect to grow this year, and so we will continue to invest in it.
What is your total employee strength?
We have about 1,400 employees.
1400.
In India, that's global.
Global.
That's a global. India approximately 400. So we'll take one or two